So feminists are losing their damn minds over this Atul Subhash case, which has been a tragedy. I've kind of gone down this rabbit hole of the Atul case, and this whole situation is crazy. But let's get more of a deep dive. I'm genuinely curious. Why are feminists freaking out? How are laws protecting women? I mean, it seems like the laws are in favor of protecting women, not men. No?
मेरा भाई कैसे हो? कितना काम किया? नीचे कमेंट्स लिखो. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है भैया, काम कितना कर रहे हो तुम अपनी जिंदगी में? जितने बेटा से कल फोड़ा है भाई, कांग्रेचुलेशंस. आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ यू फॉर डूइंग ग्रेट वर्क. अपनी जिंदगी में काम करते रहो. ये सिर्फ इसी कमेंट सेक्शन में मिलेगा तुमको पूरे YouTube.
Hold on, I need captions. There we go.
और कहीं नहीं मिलने वाला, जहाँ पे लोग फाड़ के लिख रहे हैं और शो ऑफ कर रहे हैं और भाई कंसिस्टेंटली काम कर रहे हैं. और जितने लोग से काम नहीं हो रहा, परेशान हैं, खोए हुए हैं, अभी भी सोचते रहते हो हाँ अटैक मोड उठाओ. हम भी
I like this little self plug down here. How to be great.
अटैक मोड ही यूज करते हैं.
I can give you the secret. I haven't even read the book, but I have a funny feeling it involves something that involves these three things: consistency, intensity, and discipline. How consistent can you be? Can you string good days together? Boom, boom, boom. Intensity. How focused are you when you're doing it? Are you kind of haphazardly doing it, kind of looking and scrolling off and doing another menial, task? And then discipline. Are you able to do the things you need to do when you don't want to do them? Because if we only did the things we need to do when we want to do them, we know we'd never get shit done, right? So if you have dreams, you have an ambition, apply intensity to it. Be consistent. Be disciplined. Be great.
अटैक मोड के अंदर तुम
Baba Elrod has spoken.
डिसिप्लिन्ड वे में अपने सारे गोल्स जो भी तुम असाइन कर रहे हो, चाहे वो रीडिंग हो, सेल्फ बिल्डिंग हो, शक्ल सुंदर करना हो, बॉडी सुंदर करना हो, दिमाग सुंदर करना हो, सबको प्रॉपर्ली असाइन कर सकते हो. और उसकी टेम्पलेट्स ऑलरेडी मेक श्योर कर रही हैं. बाय द वे, एक होलिस्टिक अप्रोच. अटैक मोड उठाओ.
I pick up what this dude's putting down. That's my whole vibe, is trying to mentally, physically, and spiritually become strong, fortified, and balanced.
काम करो. नीचे देखो भाई अटैकर्स कैसे फाड़ हैं. हमारे साथ जुड़ो. एक साल में आग लगा देंगे भाई.
And want women to talk about the recent Atul Subhash case. Not because they feel strongly about men's mental health or men's rights, but
yeah, men's mental health may be the worst it's ever been in human history. And I think dudes have always had this mental battle that we do of constantly working hard, trying to be enough, and not getting that sense of affirmation. So our way of dealing with that is just to go back into the work, and it's just this vicious cycle, and it's super hard to talk about.
But because they want
It's hard to talk about because society will deem us as being weak, as being gay. Like, why are you gay?
Did she have like a disdainful face when she said men's rights? Did she? I'll rewind.
Please rewind.
men want women to talk about the recent Atul Subhash case. Not because they feel strongly about men's mental health or men's rights,
Yeah, she definitely had like an icky face. She was like, ew, men's rights?
She did.
but because they want to discredit feminism. Feminism is about fighting patriarchy. This
I already could say I don't stand with this shit. Feminism is about fighting patriarchy. I thought it was about equality, right? And if you want equality, you can catch these hands.
same patriarchy that makes lawmakers
Hands make Barack Coley jealous, I'm telling you.
protect women. Why does the
Okay, let's start from the beginning again.
No, don't do it to yourself.
men want women to talk about the recent Atul Subhash case? Not because they feel strongly about men's mental health.
How do you know that?
How do you know that? How do you? You're just making assumptions.
How? How did you make that claim? Let's simple study करते हैं इसको. ये इसको logic के अंदर आता है argumentation में. A lot of men want other people to talk about Atul का case. Let's say that's a fact, right? A lot of people.
Probably for one, men's mental health for that reason. Probably men's right, and just the laws of how crazy they are, how one-sided it is with divorce and child custody.
Want other people to talk about this. Not
And in
because-
this case, it's extortion for a tool. I mean, it seems like, presumably, if all the alleged allegations are true, this family is just extorting this guy, this poor CEO who took his own life. Like, that's what I think people are talking about. This is how crazy of a case this wound up becoming.
Because they care about men's mental health. How do you know that? तुम्हारा starting का जो premise है, इसमें ही सारी problem आ जाती है. तुम apparently तुमने लिख रखा है तुम clinical psychologist हो. I would imagine तुमने एमएससी कर रखी है। एमएससी मतलब तुमने कहीं कुछ जाके रिसर्च तो करी होगी, मास्टर्स की थीसिस तो लिखी होगी, तो तुम्हें थोड़ी बहुत तो रिसर्च पता ही है। क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी एक एम्पेरिसिस्ट पॉजिटिविस्ट साइंस है। दो चीज आ जाती है इसके अंदर, हाइपोथेसिस और एम्पेरिकल फाइंडिंग्स में जमीन आसमान का फर्क होता है। तुमने कहा कि लोग ये करते हैं क्योंकि मुझे पता है उनको मेंटल हेल्थ से फर्क नहीं पड़ता, उनको मैन की मेंटल राइट से फर्क नहीं पड़ता, उनको तो बस फेमिनिज्म को डिस्क्रेडिट करना है। प्रूफ क्या तुम्हारे पास इसका? तुम एक साइंटिस्ट हो या तुमने एटलीस्ट साइंस एक सेकंड के लिए थोड़ी सी प्रैक्टिस करी है, राइट?
Now, I do have to be cautious on this because like we're all on the internet. I'm out here. I made a whole channel just spewing my 2 cents and my thoughts on the internet, right? And my opinions. And I want to stand by my opinions. Now, granted, I'm not going to attach my whole identity on something that I say because I may disagree with it the second it comes out my mouth, a month later after it comes out my mouth, right? But we should be able to make videos on the internet standing 10 toes down on business like we're a big stepper, right? And if it comes out to be wrong later on, make another video on it and say, hey, guess what? I was wrong.
Right off the bat.
So I don't want to come down too hard on her for this, is what I'm saying.
Starting कैसे करते हैं सेंटेंस को? I believe, I think, my opinion is. That's when what you're stating becomes a hypothesis. But you should never
It's just an opinion. And like, just like assholes, everyone has an opinion.
start something जिसके पीछे एक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग क्लेम है, एक मोनोपोली ऑफ ट्रूथ है कि मुझको पता है सत्य क्या है और कोई एविडेंस नहीं है, तो तुम्हारा क्लेम तुमने खुद ही बोला अपने से और फिर खुद ही उसको सब्सटैंशिएट कर दिया क्योंकि मैंने बोला। ये सर्कुलर लॉजिक है। आर्गुमेंटेशन में इसको वाहियात लॉजिक कहते हैं। दूसरा पॉइंट, आई थिंक तुमने शायद सोशल साइकोलॉजी और कॉग्निटिव साइकोलॉजी पढ़ी तो होगी, बैचलर्स में पढ़ी होगी। कन्वर्जेंट और डाइवर्जेंट थिंकिंग पढ़ा था। व्हाट यू जस्ट सेड, तुम्हारे में अभी सिर्फ फर्स्ट सेंटेंस में ही हूं। कन्वर्जेंट थिंकिंग, मेन वांट टू टॉक अबाउट अतुल सुभाष because they don't care about mental health, they want to discredit feminism. Only one truth can prevail. हम सिर्फ एक ही तरीके से सोचेंगे। She said, मुझे लगता है अगर कोई मुझसे गलती से मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में बात कर रहा है आदमी की, तो फेमिनिज्म के अगेंस्ट ही। आपका स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट अनफॉर्चुनेटली,
Yeah, hold on. What are you going to say about the starting point?
दुनिया में किसी भी वर्ल्ड व्यू को फॉर्म करने के लिए बायस से शुरू होता है। ये आता है कॉग्निटिव बायसेस के अंदर, जो है
Yeah, I mean, it definitely starts with a bias. My viewpoint is, from the awkward goat over here, is she's saying that if, like, this is about feminism and fighting patriarchy, like, you can't have that conversation in the same conversations of men's rights and mental health. Like, that should all be one complex, nuanced conversation.
assuming तुमने कॉग्निटिव साइकोलॉजी में पढ़ा होगा, which you have clearly forgotten, but कोई और वर्ल्ड व्यू एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं कर सकता फेमिनिज्म के अलावा चीजों को देखने का। यानी कि मे बी दिस हैज नथिंग टू डू विद फेमिनिज्म, ये डिफरेंट इशू है, हमसे हो ही नहीं सकता। यानी मल्टीप्लिसिटी ऑफ पर्सपेक्टिव्स एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करते हमारे दिमाग में, एक ही तरीके से देख सकते हैं हम चीजों को। दूसरा, अब डाइवर्जेंट थिंकिंग क्या होती है? लोग
And this divergent thinking, yeah, it's like, if you're not on board with the DEI, the woke mind virus, feminism, all of this stuff, if you're not on board with it, it's not very inclusive, is it? Because they're all about coexisting and being, thoughtful and empathetic, but only when you fully just blindly agree with them. The moment you want to have some type of discourse, some type of dialogue, it's like,
कोई बाइनरीज नहीं होते, लोगों की मोटिवेशंस बाइनरी नहीं होती। ये सब
I have to say it. This guy's shirt reminds me of this freaking meme of like, is this dress blue or gold? Like, what color is it? Is it white or is it gold? I don't know. And now now that I see him wearing this, I can't unsee that. The meme is just flying to my head.
रिसर्च में है, लोगों की मोटिवेशंस को ये भी नहीं होता कि आज मैं कह रहा हूं मैं ये बिलीव करता हूं, और वो सब्जेक्ट नहीं है टू इन्फ्लुएंस सिचुएशनल और इमोशनल फैक्टर से, हार्मोनल फैक्टर से। तुम्हारी डिसीजन मेकिंग, इवन तुम क्या सोचते हो या तुम क्या कर्म करोगे, कई बार सिंपल, मैंने कुछ सुबह खाना खाया है, सब रिसर्च साइट कर रहा हूं मैंने सुबह कुछ खाना खाया और वो मेरी डिसीजन मेकिंग इंपैक्ट कर सकते हैं। एंड उस मोमेंट में मैं हो सकता है ऐसी चीज कर दूं जिसको मैं फंडामेंटली कहता हूं मैं कभी नहीं करूंगा, और हो सकता है मैं अगले दिन रिग्रेट करूं मैंने क्यों किया। ये तुम सब करते हो। मोटिवेशंस अनेक हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल, बहुत सारे मर्द जो हो सकता है भाई, थ्योरेटिकली अगर आप उनसे किसी इंटरव्यू में पूछोगे भैया तुम फेमिनिस्ट हो, कहेंगे भैया मैं तो फेमिनिस्ट नहीं हूं, बट तुम ऐसे कितने केसेस देखोगे जहां पे उनके ओपिनियंस इन्हें फेमिनिस्ट स्टांस ले रहे हैं जिसको तुम विश्वास नहीं मानोगे, क्योंकि एक्चुअल इंसान के व्यूज, ओपिनियंस, भावनाएं एक्चुअल में इवेंट बाय इवेंट डिपेंड करती हैं। वो इवेंट का एनालिसिस उसने क्या महसूस कराया और उसकी पर्सनैलिटी क्या है वो बहुत डिपेंड करता है। बहुत सारी औरतें तुम्हें मिलेंगी जो भाई कहेंगी हम तो फेमिनिस्ट हैं, बट इसी इश्यू में यहाँ पे बहुत सारी लड़कियां कमेंट सेक्शन में, तुम्हारे कमेंट सेक्शन में होंगी, जो कह रही होंगी ये गलत हुआ है और हम इस लड़के से, इस इंसान से सिंपैथाइज करते हैं। हम समझ
I don't think I think most people and maybe I'm speaking out of pocket here, but I think most people can agree. Like if you have a sister, you have a mom, you have a girlfriend, you have somebody that you care about that's a friend that's a female, you want to see them succeed, right? You want them to be able to have opportunities and then take advantage of those opportunities and win and have rights and not be treated differently because of their sexual orientation or anything like that, right? I think most people can agree with that. But the moment you're starting to give them special privileges that other groups are not, you're automatically elevating one status and oppressing another status, and ultimately creating the same issue but for another group of people. So you're not trying to solve the solution, you're just trying to pass the burden.
समझ सकते हैं इसके साथ प्रताड़ना हुई है। ह्यूमंस कॉम्प्लेक्स हैं, ऐसी खतरनाक कन्वर्जेंट थिंकिंग इतनी डेंजरस है ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए। क्या एविडेंस है तुम्हारे पास ये बोलने का? कोई पता नहीं, जीरो जीरो। सिर्फ बायस से मैं अपना स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट जो इतना
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like our homie here went a little off the rails. He kind of went jogging in the trail and kind of got himself a little lost.
स्ट्रांगली रच रही हूं जिसमें मैं एक डिसडेनफुल लुक भी रख दे रही हूं, डिसगस्ट भी दिखा दे रही हूं। मतलब बायस पे बायस पे बायस पे बायस, ये मेरा स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट है। और मेरा पॉइंट क्या है? क्लेम्स ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ अदर पीपल about whom I have zero data. So I'm just judging humans basically. And I'm a psychologist. I just judged thousands and millions of strangers possibly.
We do this every day. We do this all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he's being too harsh on this because we all do this, and he's actually doing it right now to her, making the assumptions and giving his own logic, logic to his thoughts on her reasoning. And it may be close. It may be 80% there, but 20% wrong, right? So it's just, I think this is just getting too lost in the sauce here.
Of men want women to talk about the recent Atul Subhash case, not because they feel strongly about men's mental health or men's rights, but because they want to discredit feminism.
Now, moving on. Let's see what she says about Atul Subhash's case. Maybe she has actually very kind words. She has sympathy. Kuch bhi.
Feminism is about fighting patriarchy, the same patriarchy that makes lawmakers protect women. Why does the concept of alimony exist?
Where are we going?
Why does the concept of alimony exist? It's to protect a financially weaker group of people, which is usually women.
But I thought she was a strong working class woman, and I thought like feminism wanted equality. So why are we automatically assuming that women are automatically at a weaker position?
Yeah, but in this case, she wasn't. She is an AI engineer at Accenture.
Oh, she's an AI engineer? Atul's wife is an AI engineer? Oh my God, she might have... The AI might be involved in this. I think this guy's about to have a breakdown.
Wait, is she justifying the alimony जो वो मांग रही थी 3 करोड़ की?
Yeah, no, she's saying that the alimony, all of that money is justified to protect the weaker class. And I think she's not even, I think she's taking a tool out of this case and just saying that for the alimony and sake, the alimony in general is for this. And using this case as justification for it, which is a stretch.
Bro, don't tell me the goats here is herself thinking she's goated or something. I just hope it's not. I'm in shock. I didn't realize this, but do you think this is what she's implying?
I think so.
Why would you start talking about alimony with regards to this particular case, जहाँ पे I don't think कोई भी इंसान जो ऑपरेट कर रहा है basic common sense, rationality and reasoning से वो उसको ये समझ में नहीं आएगा कि abuse हुई है. The notion of alimony की I don't think commonsensically laid out alimony जहाँ पे कोई भी बोथ पार्टीज में कोई भी वीकर है फाइनेंशियली। आई थिंक सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने लेआउट करी है 8 तुम्हारे टेनेट्स लेआउट किए कल। कुछ पे डिबेटेबल है, कुछ पे बहुत वेग हैं, कुछ पे कुछ हो सकता है अभी मैनिपुलेशन। द पॉइंट इज वो इसलिए हो रहा है बिकॉज सच थिंग्स एग्जिस्ट। 3 करोड़ 1 करोड़ केस लगा देंगे एंड स्पेशली अ पर्सन जो अच्छी खासी जॉब है उस इंसान के पास।
Because they're usually encouraged to stay in the kitchen, not get educated.
She was
she made the woman joke, stay in the kitchen. She made it.
She's just completely...
This chick was an engineer, and she's saying that she needs to be in the kitchen. Oh my god.
using the issue like a person suffering to start lecturing about something जो कि is not even concerned with this topic. Like अगर ये बोट में है, she's just going to pretend like यहाँ बगल में एक भयंकर volcano नहीं फट रहा है, एक इंसान की जिंदगी खत्म नहीं हो गई. Like I understand, मैं हमेशा women की side लूंगी. Let's just say that. Basic empathy तो रख सकते हो इंसानियत पे कि यार जो भी हुआ ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए था. Statistically तुम देखो तो भाई self deletion rate men के I think 2 to 4 times हैं लड़कियों से. तो ये issue बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा है एक्चुअल में, बहुत ज़्यादा गंभीर है. She's a psychologist and I'm really going to use quotation marks now. The thing is, it's insanely scary to hear a psychologist waft through an issue and not extend any empathy. अरे
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know too many psychologists, but all of the ones that I do know are very narcissistic because they think that they understand how humans think, all humans. And we can all agree that everybody is different. So if everybody is different, you can't apply the same train of thought to everybody, right? Because no one's going to think that way in this case. Psychologists, in my eyes, tend to be very narcissistic or at least self-centered. Maybe not self-centered, just narcissistic. They think they know, and just like scientists, they're academics because they have gone through, quote unquote, proper educational training, that they have a better sense of the worldview than you do.
basic human empathy, human व्यक्ति था, इंसान था. I'm in shock right now.
Educated or financially.
And she thought of this as a funny, sort of quirky video because she put angles and she thinks it's like a roast thing, like intentionally. Again, this is my hypothesis, by the way. I don't know this.
I think the angles and everything, that's just how you catch people's attention. She's watched a lot of Mr. Beast. She knows that switching up angles every 3 seconds to keep the audience engaged is how you do it with short form content.
I know कि YouTube कैसे ऑपरेट करता है, and of course I've been a YouTuber, influencer for 10 years. तो इतना तो समझ है ही, जब हम इतने सारे कैमरे एंगल्स यूज कर रहे हैं, what kind of content we're making, right? It's not very serious content, let's just say. We're just trying to be like, You're doing that, but you're doing that on top of what?
Now, this situation is very serious.
Tragedy. क्या तुम आरजी कर पे कोई लड़का ऐसा वीडियो बनाए? एक्चुअली में एक ने बनाया था, हमने परखच्चे उड़ा दिए थे उसके.
Independent. Now, if you have a problem with the laws protecting.
Yeah, this is comical. She's doing comical stuff, but this is like, I think, distasteful to.
I don't think it's comical stuff, and I think he definitely has a certain bias and maybe a little bit more connected to the story than most. She's just doing this to keep somebody engaged in the video. At least that's my hypothesis.
A point where it's borderline cruel, borderline like mean से हम बाहर जा चुके हैं, because I believe, in my personal opinion again, she lacks sensitivity, basic human sensitivity. And तुम psychologist हो.
Women, maybe you should become a feminist and empower the women.
Wow.
That will make them financially
What? What?
independent. By the way,
She was financially independent. This is a tone deaf video and also brain dead video.
Yeah, man, I feel no worries about having no context on some of the situations that I'm going into when I'm reacting to some of these videos, because you guys have people out there who have the ability, who know the context, and are still making videos without the context. Case in point.
even the husband can get alimony if the wife earns more than him. Alimony is not just for women. If you have a problem with alimony, just marry a woman who earns more than you. And this is for the men who are saying that all women are gold diggers. I just have one thing to say to you. Not all women, okay?
Okay, so
Okay, I mean, I do agree with her in that not all women are gold diggers, but like, come on. Not all men say women are gold diggers either.
her video was like spite video. This is called not reading the room.
Yeah, no, this sounds like she just had a recent breakup with somebody and she needed a sensitive topic or controversial issue to vent out and take some like personal anger out on. Like, that's what this video felt like.
Like, I agree on the part तुम्हारा last में कि, you know, hey, alimony should be जिसको जो whoever earns more and based on तुम्हारा जिस duration of a marriage. But वो सब rules हमारे Supreme Court ने lay out किए हैं, so I'm not gonna go into that. But end में like all of this, like it's sort of a spite video. That's what I feel. So it's like basic lack of empathy, humanity, sensitivity, maturity, sensibility, wisdom, intelligence. कुछ नहीं है इसमें. मेरी साइड क्या कहती है, और इवन दो यहाँ पे अभी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, लेकिन मैं घुसेड़ दूंगी क्योंकि मैं रूम रीड नहीं कर सकती. Become a feminist and start empowering women so the need for laws protecting women goes away. She was an independent woman and an empowered woman. So
It's like the point that she's making is just it's been missed. She tried shooting a bow and arrow at the target and she didn't even hit the target. She shot way over.
reality. Lastly, Google something about dark traits. Just because मैं research की बात कर रहा हूँ, I just kinda wanna share this research. Further basic evidence for the dark ego vehicle principle, which you should research what it is. Higher pathological narcissism is associated with greater involvement in feminist
Dang, didn't we call that earlier in this video with narcissism?
activism. Not saying anything.
Not tell me you're not saying anything without saying something. You know what I'm saying? Or they're saying, you guys know what I'm saying. Holy crap! But this whole situation, I unfortunately with the awkward goat, I think she tried, making a video that was a little spicy, that may be a little controversial, and she shot and she missed. She swung and she missed. She struck out. She actually was like playing cricket and she knocked her own wicket off. That's how bad it was. But if you guys like the way the words are flowing up my mouth, please like the video, subscribe, share it with a friend. Let me know what your thoughts on this situation is, this case. It's seemingly so with feminists or these activists, maybe even psychologists. Just a bunch of narcissists at the end of the day. But with that said, I challenge you guys, make somebody laugh because there's enough hate, vitriol, sadness in this world. So let's make people laugh, spread joy, not cry, make people happy, not angry. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.